All right, beautiful morning to you, and welcome to another edition of the Weekend Show. I am David Okpokwasele.
My name is Oluchi Kalomeka. I want to sincerely apologize for starting a bit behind schedule, but right about now we'll go straight to our conversation this morning.
Yes, today is Global Tourism Resilience Day. A day set aside by the international community to look at how we can sustain our tourism sector despite what is happening economically and in the climate change because of the impact that the weather, the ecosystem have on the tourism sector. Want to see ways to ensure that we create a buoyant industry despite these facts.
And today we're actually privileged to have the man in charge of that industry in Anambra State, our very own person, Comrade Don Onyenchi, Mr. Commissioner for Culture, Tourism, and Entertainment. So you're welcome to the Weekend Show.
Thank you, guys. Good morning.
Good morning and welcome, sir. Whenever we talk about tourism, we talk about the attraction that it brings and the development it has the potential to bring to any society. But let me start from, I would say congratulating you. Just a few days ago, your ministry, on behalf of the state government, handed over the site for the construction of a neighborhood park. Give us an enlightenment from that direction, what that park tends to achieve when completed.
Thank you very much. Parks, leisure parks, contribute a lot to longevity. It gives space for relaxation, for entertainment to people across ages. And there's nothing as important as good life. Especially in a society like us where everybody is boxed up, places are built up, Onitsha, Oka, a lot of places, Enugu, just cities. People are looking at building mansions here and there. Nobody wants to leave a space where people can go and breathe fresh air. It makes it important for parks to be developed. And if you go to cities where there are parks, you see people enjoying themselves at festivities, normal times, weekends. You take your children, your family, your wife, your guys, you go and sit under trees, beautifully made places. It's always good. So that is one aspect of it, encouraging good life. The other is, and people can come into the state and also relax and enjoy themselves. And of course, I know you talked about the Solution Neighborhood Park that takes over the site of the defunct Anambra Newspapers and Publishing Company. So if you get to the place, you will understand. And in a few months' time, you guys will love what you see there. Yes, definitely.
What exactly are we expecting from there? Is it just like an adult park, just come and chill, or is there going to be something for all ages?
All ages.
Oh, okay.
Children's park will be there, basketball.
The neighborhood leisure park is ongoing. There is also the Solution Fund City. I drove past it recently and I saw the magnificent project that is already ongoing there. Can you give us a picture, an understanding into the mindset of the governor when it comes to the tourism sector in general in Anambra State?
Thank you, Governor Soludo. Of course, most of us know where it's coming from. It's unlike many others that have traveled around the world. He's an intelligent person, somebody that means so well and good for his people. Of course, he's been a global consultant. And you know what he did at the Central Bank of Nigeria? Ensuring that all banks are free, now consolidated. So since he did the consolidation, we were free. We had confidence in banks. He did that. He was the chief economic advisor to presidents in this country. and he still consults for governments, those who will listen to him. And you see how he's turning around the socio-economic life of Anambra State. That is the kind of thing he does. In fact, that is his breakfast. Now, his dream in tourism development in Anambra State is very big and audacious. The Solution Fund City comes to fill the same gap that exists in our lives. Oka is also built up, just like Anambra is nearly being built up. Onitsha is built up. Nnewi is built up. Ekwulobia is built up. These are cities in Anambra State. And nobody can go anywhere. We're all seated during Christmas, you're in your house. Nobody goes anywhere. The children are boxed up.
Apart from hotel.
Like,
And eat.
and eat. Like, you know, no leisure life. Everybody wants to go to somewhere and relax. None. None as in none, as your generation will put it. You know, so the Solution Fund City came up to give a new lease of life to the Anambra and the global community. It's not just from the Anambra. About 12 hectares of land. It's going to be the biggest leisure park, amusement park in sub-Saharan Africa. It's going to be something that's not been seen anywhere around. We have Ferris wheel, we have drop tower, we have children's park, we have water park with swimming pools, we have country club, where guys can go in, relax, drink, good, cold, you know, discuss business in leisure settings. The Solution Fund City is going to be a signature project. It's going to turn around life in Anambra State. It's going to create wealth. For just what I've mentioned now, you can imagine the population is going to take, the businesses is going to take, the change is going to bring. So, you'll see civil works are going on in earnest there.
Already, yeah.
Civil works, the swimming pools, the utility building, and the green areas will have businesses that are going to, you know, take over in this place, and populations, people will enjoy themselves there. And so, sitting behind the Oka City Stadium makes it even more unique. There's no place you'll get that kind of setting. The design is something else. And it's better experience than imagined.
Yeah. So, sir, I really appreciate the fact that the governor is doing a lot to bring up more light when it comes to tourism in not just Oka, Anambra State. But I would also like to know what is the plan, or rather what is so far going on about some of the signature tourist sites we already have. Like you talk about Obunike Cave and the likes of it. What's the plan? What's going on about them? Is the park going to replace them, or are we going to make people know more? Because these things have already been there. I know outside Nigeria, outside Africa, people already hear of these things.
Yeah.
So I want to know what's the plan for them.
Okay. Obunike Cave, Oweri Zukala Cave and Waterfalls, Agolo Lake. In fact, recently we've added the Anam Beach.
Yeah.
So these key heritage sites have been enlisted, published, advertised for consultants to give us business case, concepts about what we're going to do to maximally deploy those places as tourism centers. On the 8th of this month, February, we closed the advertisement for consultants who are professionals in tourism, master plan, tourism development, to apply to give Anambra State the best. It has closed on the 8th, and we have interviewed them. First level, second stanza will be done this week coming. The idea is to get the best for not just in the Anambra, but for the global citizens. And so, even before now, Agolo Lake has been designed. And what we have as plans for Agolo Lake is something else. There are natural, environmental, heritage, resource sites in that place. The lake, we have our ecosystem there. In fact, I just don't even want to, let the cat out of the bag.
Okay.
I can tell you that
But there are plans.
there are serious plans, even before now.
All right.
We have designed that place, even as cultural tourism. Let me also even add Ibuku Museum there.
Yes, yes.
You may have also seen in the news that we have handed over Ibuku Museum for renovation and refitting.
Yes.
So it's not going to be like it used to be. Growing up, all of us, Ibuku Museum, this, blah, 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 and nothing has been done in those places. Not even one of them.
The same thing.
No, it's not going to be like that under Soludo. Things are happening. And just as he's attacking other aspects of development, the same thing is happening in the tourism industry.
So, sorry, because
Yes.
of time, can you just briefly, in a minute, tell us how India Anambra can help, not just preserve these heritage sites, and how they can help make Anambra State a tourist center?
Thank you. The Soludo administration, the solution government, has come out with a proposal called PPCP, Public-Private Community Partnership. It's also very, very, very relevant in tourism development. What we're doing already is to profile other heritage sites in the state. Every town in this Anambra has a heritage site, not just one, not just two. We have begun to profile them. In my office, I have at least 45 files now submitted by communities. What we're trying to do is to promote what we call rural or community tourism. So it's not just the big cities, it's about the entire land space, ecosystem, length and breadth of the state. So people can have ease of life here and there. So that you have varieties of it. So community or rural tourism is a global trend now in tourism. And I can tell you, by the grace of God, if we succeed in all of this, tourism is going to be the game changer.
The new
The money minting company for Anambra State. Because it comes with a lot of employment. Even as at today, tourism remains one of the biggest sectors in employment. Biggest in terms of revenue to governments, tax and all of that. Biggest in promoting life. Tourism is where, and there are so many sectors in tourism. And you can turn around everything. So this government has the eye to identify them. So we are moving with the communities. I had a meeting with members of Anambra State Town Unions, ASATU. I've had like 2 meetings with them. So we are still taking these and we're moving around to identify them professionally. Because there are certain information you need to have about them, which includes the principles in managing heritage sites, where you can't cut anything or deface or interrupt the ecosystem there. So they will remain in their natural state, and that is also what attracts UNESCO and other international organizations. And of course, people want to come and come and come and come.
All right. Thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner. It's been an exciting one discussing with you on this issue of solutions, master plan, I would say, in Anambra tourism industry. Thank you, Comrade Don Onyenji, Mr. Commissioner for Culture, Tourism and Entertainment, Anambra State. Thank you for joining us on the Weekend Show this morning.
My pleasure. Thank you, Oluchi. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
And thank you, the Anambra. Solution is here. Roads are being built everywhere, over 400 kilometers.
That's what
Employment,
yes.
we're talking about 8,000 now. Okay.
Just in among
For teachers.
We'll talk about health and others.
I mean, and this is the best for Anambra. God doesn't make mistakes.
All right. So join us now as we move over to our breakfast news studio for breakfast news at 8.